So again, well, we move from the first decanate of Sagittarius, swiftness, into the second decanate, which is strength. And I do love this card. There's something about it, it's very soothing, although it's got rather a somber background. I found something about this card really nourishing. You have the symbol of the sun in the top. In the bottom, you have the symbol of Sagittarius. Right at the bottom, they're just above the word strength. And above the symbol of Sagittarius, this little arrow shape, you've got that moon shape. And so here's a bit of a clue, because in the Tree of Life, the 9s are related to the moon, and that's why all the arrow tips and all the arrow fletches are all done with these crescent moons, reminding us of the lunar connection with this point. So strength is exactly what you think it is. It makes perfect sense. This is a time of year to tune into your strength and to be aware of whatever it is that the gifts are that you have right here, right now. That's what this card's about. It's about strength of will more than anything else. It's great to have physical strength, it's great to have strength of mind, but ultimately this is about having an indomitable will, being clear about what it is you're going for, respecting your body, respecting your freedom, your independence and those of others, and making happen the things that you desire, the things that really matter to you. So we're going to transform this one now. Strength, you can see these colours, that lovely rich forest green and that deep red colour. And when we turn the card over, using the water in the glass on the card as always, we turn it over and this is what we get. And this comes straight from English mythology. This is Maid Marian. Remember Robin Hood? Well, this is Maid Marian. And so this is what Maid Marian has to say. I find the inner strength to stand in my own space. I find the inner strength to stand in my own space. I find the inner strength to stand in my own space. And there's so much in this card. At the top left and right, you've got the symbols of the Tao, the yin-yang symbol there, with the red and the green. You can see the moon in the woods. You can see that Maid Marian is looking through a window out into nature. And she's holding a feather in her left hand. And she's really tuning into nature. And if you look very, very closely indeed, there is actually a being, a small being, that is walking down from the hilltop along the path towards Maid Marian, and one can only surmise the fact that as he's holding a bow in his hand, that's probably Robin Hood himself. So this is about the awakening of the heart, and that's what's happening as she's tuning into nature, the moon, to her lover approaching her. She's tuning into her own heart awakening. This is a balance between the female and the male, a balance between the intuitive and the analytical, which, as we've already spoken about, we looked at the film before about the art card, Solviet, Coagula, the intuitive, analytical. It's about bringing the left and the right hemispheres of the brain together into harmony. That's what this card's about. It's all about a deep balance. A leader who inspires deep joy in others, communicated in peace. There is here a sense of inner strength when we begin to understand our energy. And this also indicates questions to do with gender. And that's something that's becoming more and more relevant, because there was a time it used to be all very simple, didn't it? Or so people used to pretend. It used to be male and female, and that's all there was, or so people were led to believe. And if you do research on it, you'll discover it's a lot more complicated than that. And what I would say is sexuality and gender, the more people tune into who they really are, there's more subtlety permitted now than there has been in the past. Certainly if you go back 100 years, when we think that people who today would be regarded as gay and no problem, well, they risked all sorts of persecutions, didn't they? A lot's happened in 100 years. And the same thing with transsexuals, transgenders, all sorts of different ways that people can express their gender. and their sexuality, including being asexual. Lots and lots of possibilities here. So thank you very much for joining with me on this one with Maid Marian, finding your inner strength to stand in your own space. That's about no fear, isn't it? It's about being who you are and no apologies. And no need to pretend anything else. This is who you are. This is who I am. Much love to you all.